pool. That's the Razor, right? Like Marcy Razor, for me, it strikes me like a really good opener as well for OG. They could go once again for it. Maybe they want to try something different versus the Brew. Something like a Doom even perhaps on that offlane or position 4. Like it's doable, but I really wouldn't mind seeing Razor once again.
Yeah, like Razor with Marcy, because you give him so much. Okay, it's not Razor, but Lone Druid's so good because you just the sidekick gives the bear even more lifesteal than it already gets, and you give so much move speed to the bear too. Like sometimes the bear suffers a little bit to getting kited, and Marcy really helps alleviate those issues for it. It's really good. It's also more lockdown, which Razor doesn't give, because obviously Brew, you want to burst him before he gets his split off. Marcy can throw him back. Maybe you get like the Roar, the Fear. It's really nice. It's also, is it a Talon or a Shard? The Lone Druid gets the Roar Dispel. It's really nice versus Brew as well. It's something. It's whatever. It gives it a Dispel. It exists in his kit.
Why do we have 2 Meepo spammers and neither of us plays Lone Druid?
I used to spam him really hard, and then people stopped playing him off lane, so I stopped playing him.
Yep, but overall, I do like the Lone Druid pickup. Definitely for them. Yeah, feels good. Are we gonna see some Pudge? I don't think so, right? It's not OG style.
Man. That would be great. Talon play it.
Yeah.
23 Savage.
With the Lone Druid, it's another combo that we've seen, right? We've seen the Marcy combo, we've seen the Pudge combo, we also have seen the Io combo, which isn't that bad. Like, you can tether up that bear, go ham. With the Mask of Madness, with the Dazzle, there's a ton of damage being dished out, but banned out.
Yeah, I think like there's synergy in Seb's pool if he went the Alk 5 and wanted to... Yeah, because you buy the Shard and it gives you the little potion thing that... Yeah, whatever it does. I think it's...
potion.
Yeah. Just get the bear drunk or something. I mean, it's like a good way to make this Lone Druid even stronger. I personally, and this is something other teams do, they paired the Lone Druid with the Wyvern just because the Cold Embrace does percentage heal, and that's so good with a bear that's just like 2 to 3k HP, super big tank.
Even for the main guy, right? Like if he's in true form, like he heals up quite fast, it gives you enough time for the actual bear to do his business, heal everyone around.
Do you think there's a little bit of a worry of putting too much emphasis on the Lone Druid in draft, or this is a hero that you can put everything into and know that it is going to succeed?
He's meant to be your win condition. That's how I view Lone Druid. There's been games I've seen Liquid where Mickey has popped off on like a Monkey King alongside the Lone Druid and tried to carry the game, but ideally you really need this hero to do well. He's what's going to siege the towers. He's usually what just takes objectives like Roche 2. It's good to make him work. I just... I want them to make sure that they are dealing with Brew mostly, but not going too hard. So, like talking about Seb's pool, Shaker, also pretty good because with the Fisher and the Shard and everything, you can lock him down even more from far away.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not really surprised now that the Razor has been banned out by Talon, right? Like that's the first thing we mentioned after Marcy has been picked up and Razor went through that first phase. It would still be good for OG. What I would like to see for OG, however, is like Shippo said, Lone Druid doesn't necessarily have to be the win condition, but I would rather see him being that, and then you combo it with any sort of a playmaker from the mid lane, so that you don't step on each other's toes like Monkey King in that game and Lone Druid were doing to each other.
I see.
So you have a true win condition, you have some playmaker like a Void Spirit or whatever on that mid lane that can catch them, perhaps the Hoodwink or the Panda before they can do their stuff.
When it comes to skill matchups, are you wanting Talon to put a little bit more emphasis in the laning phase? Do you think that that's where some of their strength could be? Or going more for that team fight and trying to capitalize on the mid to late?
I felt Talon's problem last game was just in the captainship direction, which doesn't surprise me too much because KP talked about in the past that when they had Fly on that iteration, he was like their vocal captain, and now they don't have it, so they have to be more vocal as a team. And from what the team has said, Q, although he's not here, is very quiet, and Mikoto is also very, very quiet. So it's really on 23 and KP to say a lot in these games, and you have Zephyr who's a stand-in, so he might feel a little bit uncomfortable on making calls. So when team gets a little lost in their moves, it's not surprising to me, but it is something they need to make sure they have on point, especially against OG, who will run you over if you start making mistakes.
Yeah, the whole region either has captains that just ignite the team, they sing all the time, or they have very silent guys on the other side. But that's the bane of SCA as well. Like the probably, arguably, objectively, the most talented region out there when it comes to the new talent, when it comes to the fresh faces coming out. But new talent does not bring experience, it does not bring leadership, and that's something that they have lacked for quite a long time now. It's one of the reasons why Boom always does well. I shouldn't say Boom, I should say any team that has Scam in it. He is just a beastly shot caller.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, a little bit further on in the draft here, Talon, they get Chen. It's not panned out this time. They pick it up for themselves. And OG going with that Coddle.
Yeah, the Coddle worked really nicely for them last game. I also think it makes Mikoto's life hard. He wants to playmake a lot usually, and when Coddle's just blasting your waves out, it kind of stunts what you do. I think OG as well, one of their biggest strengths as a team is BZM's responses to ganks. So when he does like veer off to these side lanes to try and make plays on Mikoto, BZM's usually just there, ready and waiting. And Coddle's a great hero for that. And he's going to be able to deal really nicely with this Chen 2 and like any push they want to make.
Where's the briefcase going, Sheepo?
I have no idea. 5?
Is it offlane? Is it
Probably
5?
5, right?
Like when
5.
if Seb was playing offlane,
is
like this would be an ET offlane right there with some echo agonyms.
Ugh.
But I mean, back in the day it was really good. Right now, perhaps not as much.
LGD's been playing it, I think. I don't know who picked it first this tournament.
I think it was LGD.
Yeah, everyone's just stealing. Just
Yeah, but
constant stealing.
on 5 probably is the best position.
Yes.
The Elder Titan, yeah.
The hero kind of got bonked after TI. He was like the standout hero of that one.
So, with all the heroes that they have drafted on the side of OG, they are lacking something like a Void Spirit that we talked about, and Talon snatched that for themselves. They also needed this playmaking capability from that mid lane. 30%. Why did you pick it?
It just keeps going down. This is like the second or third time I've seen this
losing.
statistic, and it's just going for. Fear literally made a tweet like 20 minutes ago saying, "Everyone stop picking Void into Puck." I know there's no Puck. He's like, "Stop it! I'm tired of watching this hero get coiled and die for 12 hours every day." And that's probably why his win rate is so low, because these Pucks have just been dumping on him.
Yeah, that's pretty right as well. Like when you think about Eastern Europe and other regions that pick Void Spirit into Puck, there's a reasoning behind it, because it's rarely only the Void Spirit, right? It's Void Spirit plus something, plus Skyrat. And teams here have just been drafting Void Spirit into the Puck. You get coiled, you die. Yeah, you can set up after his Yules, but Puck isn't even buying Yules anymore, so...
Yeah, it's true. You just go Witchblade and kill people, and then you can go Yules after. But I think for OG right now, I feel like I want them to have AoE control. Yeah, there is some in Elder Titan's setup with the Stomp, but right now, who is keeping things locked in place for your, Spirit? Elder Titan ult, sorry. Your Coddle wants to do loads of damage too. They have a lot of slows, they have entangles, they don't have like super hard lockdown outside of Marcy when she gets like a blink.
Maybe some Mars?
Like, Mars would be great for me, but they're looking for an offlane. It's not quite like
it's not
a
great.
Mars
It's not,
favorite.
yeah, and it's not instant disable, right? Like
Yeah.
they don't have any instant disable on their team. You can't really expect your Elder Titan to be setting things up.
Yeah.
Marcy, Aetherland's Blink Dagger, sure.
I'd be okay with like a Panga.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just something like that. I think that can just have a lot of control for OG, because they have loads of damage. Like Lone Druid and Coddle will just go to town if anything can just like control them.
Are they getting Weaver? Why did they ban out Bloodseeker last?
Maybe they think it's a Coddle 5, Coddle 4, Elder Titan?
I don't know. When I talked to Talon last night, they said they had like they had one last trick up their sleeve, but so far I'm not seeing the trick.
I mean, they still have overall last pick, so that could be the secret card up the sleeve.
I mean, maybe the 23 Savage Slark is coming back. That was a Tour 3 fun.
That was insane. That was insane.
That was actually something that was picked up in the Chinese region as well, with a really interesting build. I don't know if it was the same in SCA. The Radiance first.
They did not do
No,
that.
they
no,
definitely
not at all.
We dabbled
Would've
in some muddy waters right there with a little fishy.
Did it work out?
It actually worked.
Oh.
It worked quite a few times.
Interesting.
I don't know why. It shouldn't, but...
In that game it did.
Yeah.
Anything else sticking out for OG, or we really are a little bit curious on their direction?
I just want control of some kind. They have a lot of damage. They have a lot of like kind of delay. I don't know, like ways to disengage a bit.
But they need that.
But they don't have
first
that
one in, right?
Yeah, proper control, proper initiation. Nice Stalker. That works fine for me. You get a Blink Dagger. You just jump the brew. You can kill him. They can be very active with the Night Stalker, which I like.
And we know OG love to be active running around the map.
It's not perfect because if Talon do get to a space where they buy BKBs, then it could be a bit difficult. But the problem is like Void Spirit doesn't really want to buy a BKB, nor does Brew.
Yeah. Some Force Staffs probably necessary on the Chen, maybe on the Hoodwink to help with the Night Stalker jumping the backlines. But overall, yeah, I can see why they picked it. It definitely fits their style.
Yeah.
And they needed this backline jumper. They didn't have it at all before.
Oh, this is it. This is the one.
PL.
This hero get absolutely annihilated by Core Coddle. I have seen that matchup a few times and it has been nasty to say the least.
Okay, so you aren't really liking what Talon have last picked here, and you think it could crumble with the pace and aggression of OG.
I think I saw a PL GG out at 12 minutes on RNG's side.
Yeah, 12 minutes and 34 seconds.
Yeah, so let's hope that he lasts longer than that.
Well, they did pick PL with that tree game that we were talking about, the one that they were pushing high ground on Talon at 19 minutes, so is potential for it to go in their favor, but where are you thinking the favor stands?
Last time you tricked me, I went with the 3N.
Go with your heart.
Go
you
with
start first.
My heart is
with your
saying
heart.
OG this time around.
Okay.
Even though they have night and day on their side, I think it can work.
All right.
I think if Talon get 4 stars, they can get KP into a position where he can use his ult. This game could be okay because the Bears just going to get lifted. They have a lot of, and then like where is a lot of their damage? Like a BZM has to kind of do a lot of lifting.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of different directions that these teams can take it, but the only direction we're going is Darkcasters, Lyrical and Trent.
Thank you, Nat. And Trent, there's a lot going on in this game. There's a lot going on in the draft. But outside of that, also, there's this big ecosystem of, like, I'm in the corner trying to do Rain Man, figuring out what the tiebreaker scenario is. You know, at the end of the day, what it comes down to?
Winning.
Just win, baby.
Just win.
Just win, baby.
Just like your pubs. Same
right.
thing. Yeah.
Well,
I heard a lot of
little more
confidence, too. Yeah, well, at the end of that panel, was this game could be okay if KP ults. That doesn't sound like a good start there for old Talon. I feel similarly. Not gonna lie, it looks difficult. Obviously, it's OG. They're looking hot, and their draft once again here. It looks like something they've done before. We got ourselves a fresh face of the ET, but that Phantom Lancer, you know, sometimes you see a hero and you just go, again?
Yeah.
You know, can he do it? I mean, they've had some success, and it's a hero that can carry a game and can get away with so much with those perfect moments, but it's also a hero very known for getting run over.
It is. And, you know, a hero that OG know well. The Seb, very, very experienced in the potential for this hero to come back into a game. But I think that they also have a lineup that is very well suited to just take objectives quickly, shut down the map. And BZM on this Coddle already proved to just be a menace. But will it happen again? Can they keep up that same type of momentum? Void Spirit, a different matchup, definitely, in the mid lane. You've got, you know, this Coddle that's got a really great win rate, 58%, around that 30 mark, I think was what we saw for the Void Spirit.
Yep.
But they do very different things, right? Like, Makoto is going to need to make a bunch of moves and find some kills.
And I mean, he's got one of the best heroes in the game to help out with that in the Hoodwink. That is for sure.
Yeah.
You know, certainly a hero that can help you assist in snowballing in the earlier parts of this game. 23 Savage does come down to battle with Seb. Sees Tiger and says, well, I'm not winning this fight.
Yeah, I'm
Just going to get tossed back and miss my rune.
So with that, OG, they find 3 bounty runes again. Not a bad start. There was some chances, depending upon some of the results of the other games, that this one might not end up mattering. But Talon, if they can win this, they might be able to force some tiebreaker scenarios with a couple of the other teams in their group. And for OG, they want to get a chance and sort of secure that spot of the upper bracket finish for themselves. It just provides so much extra value for your longevity within a tournament, starting in that upper bracket. And it's still very much in the picture for them.
Well, if I had to guess this one too, I think they're probably feeling pretty comfortable with their draft. I feel like they got a lot of very strong heroes right now. And, you know, Yuragi looks like he's going to have a better time, is already disposing Zephyr into the bear. Some quality damage up top there. And shouldn't be as sabotaged by his teammates as last game.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Sacrifice. Sorry, not sabotage. I mean, kind of. A little
Yeah, a
sabotage.
little bit.
I mean, I feel like some of you would have griefed and reported that shaker. Like, my shaker has soul ring.
Yeah. What's going on? Where's my
tangos? We have the same amount of last hits. Yeah.
Give me my regen. Has some trading going on down there. Zephyr and Taiga sparring with the hits. And Marcy just keeps chasing. Oh no, she's coming for you. Disposes there. But we'll do a little ring around the rosy and manage to escape. We did see Hyde down bottom on that. Oh, nice little stun there. Hyde on the Chen already took over one of the range creeps on the bottom side of the map, and is going to be using that likely for some extra harassment and then also trying to get some denies with it. Yeah,
and Chen has looked like one of the absolute strongest heroes in this entire tournament. It feels difficult to gauge the hero at times because of how it's sort of a, like, it's a lot of map presence and map movement as Zephyr.
Good hoodwink. Bushwhack, but is it enough? No.
No, only gets the bear.
So first blood drawn by Taiga. Playing that Marcy and doing it well.
That's going to get that boots gold too. That feels amazing. Gets back in time to deward the camp, but I'll have to wait till 3 minutes to see if we're actually going to spawn there. So mid lane has been going great for BZM. Makoto will grab the ball water room, but not getting pressured too much. Because like sometimes we've seen Makoto, he's like pressuring forward when he can, whenever the illuminates down, trying to get some right clicks in. But overall, Coddle's just doing Coddle things. Only got caught once by the Remnant, I think, so far. So not going to give up any free kills here unnecessarily, as you shouldn't in this matchup.
Right. Also, none of the camps blocked, so those small camps still available as Amar and Seb have a big creep wave coming into him here.
Has not been a priority.
No.
I feel like throughout a lot of this group stage, whereas during the GPC, I feel like we saw it so often.
It's getting old, you know?
Yeah.
We're coming up with new tricks. So, like, we want that gold for more tangos.
That's right.
Yeah, but this big wave pushing into Amar on the Night Stalker has been able to still get pretty decent last hits. A couple of denies along the way there against the PL as KP takes a couple more punches from the bear as Taiga will retreat back and they continue to spar over this lane. KP, a Brewmaster hero that's kind of looked hot and cold at various points, and the lane is often where it can be a big issue as the root is there. Bushwhack, not enough.
He was so close to level 3 where the Bushwhack doubles in damage up to 150 as well. Now gets it after a creep goes down. So there was definitely a potential that Taiga dies there. But just not quite on the XP. Just a great timing there from OG overall to go, because now you got Yuragi at level 4.
In the meantime, down bottom, Seb is just zoning out both the other heroes. OG looking good across all 3 of the lanes. And if they do lose this one, Talon is definitely going to be eliminated. And Hyde,
Seb. Oh my god.
just taking a lot of chunking damage from the briefcase, man.
Yeah, why don't we see this hero again? I mean, yes, I know, he always gets nerfed, and he always comes back around TI time.
Yeah.
It's an endless cycle. You know, it's he's got the big juicy right clicks right now. Of course, regen being a bit more difficult in the laning stage these days. It's something that you got to imagine he's kind of happy with. As long as he's not being traded with and losing too much himself, he doesn't have to spend as much. Getting up to your tranquils, which he now has, getting those sent out. You're just a formidable foe here.
Oh my god. Yeah. He just denied 3 in his face.
Clearly his favorite voice line, by the way. He's been spamming this one a lot.
That's good. Shout out to Tempest. Makoto.
Yeah, he's doing a little juking and dodging there as there was a rebound and a dispose that would seem in the mid lane.
Does mean Yuragi's alone, and the main druid himself gets brought down about 100, 200 HP. Doesn't have much regen, but we'll pass over those phase boots now. So needs to be slightly careful. I think Marcy's making the move over as well. But no, they won't be going for any extra pressure.
I feel like Yuragi's going to hit 5 before KP hits 4. No, Zephyrs going to leave the lane. But they've been splitting the XP like pretty evenly.
BZM. All right, Makoto hit 6 first.
It's that simple, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, part of that too is just the rotation mid as well from Taiga, right?
Yeah.
Like being there while some of that wave is going out too, and missing out on their attempt to kill the rebound of the dispose.
Good bushwhack. No Quelling Blade there. Tries to go for the deny, but won't happen. Taiga 2-0-1 for the start.
It really is huge, though. I mean, this time last game, too, right? BZM went down as well.
Yeah.
From Makoto. He got that kill at level 5, propelled him to level 6, and then they kept pressuring BZM. In that case, though, they also had Yuragi having a bit of a rough lane, whereas this time now they could actually put more of their attention to this mid lane if they wanted to from OG. Similarly, there's not this easy save rotation like the Earthshaker, where you just TP in and go for the Fisher. Seb can't really do that. It's a lot slower and more telegraphed with the Elder Titan. And it's a little tougher with the Marcy as well, I think.
Makes it a little bit more dangerous. Hide. I mean, this is a good way to deal with Chen, it looks like.
Makoto's coming.
Put him to sleep. Can they kill him off? They do. Seb backs away. Makoto chooses a target. It's the Night Stalker. Can they get him, though? Second round. Couple more punches, but Amar just walking out, and they do find him. Through Savage, the one that it's the last touch there.
Yeah, a bit scary going for the Night Stalker instead of just going on to Seb, but secure it in the end. Makoto heads back to that mid lane, but instantly 23 Savage being punished here by Taiga and Seb.
Oh, that one hurts a lot more as they just moved in and killed him. That is, well, PL dead.
Yeah. So, Elder Titan, heroes that he loves to play versus tend to be a lot of these illusion heroes because they're big, stat-heavy, agi heroes, and PL obviously no exception. So at level 1, it's a 40% base armor reduction, but as we get later and later in this game, you're going to be seeing that 100% base resist reduction on the armor. And so if you haven't watched a lot of ET, because maybe you just started watching Dota this year and you don't see him too often, that just means you're going to lose all your base armor. If it's all based off your agi, you'll be at 0 armor. And that makes right clicks hurt.
Yeah.
Because then they just become pure damage.
It's kind of wild, and yeah, 23 Savage not likely to be picking up all that much along the way. Does already have a Vanguard though, which is a little bit interesting there. You can see this is one of the things I wanted to bring up. The camp stacked though. This is why Coddle is still sitting top of the net worth despite the death earlier and Void Spirit getting involved across the map as Amar just going to give him the business.
He has a Vanguard.
Yeah.
And it's still hurting. Like, we often used to see the Hood PL a lot, but this is just an adaptation because of the lane he's in, the Night Stalker, all the right clicks he's going to be facing the whole game. He's going to get a ton of value out of this Vanguard for sure, especially when he's trying to help with some block damage when he's losing all his armor because of the ET, but it is still difficult. Now up top, they're moving in. The rebounded bear. Look at that thing go.
Bushwhack. KP
the
runs
counter,
in.
The tornado.
Can they kill him? I do have a good chunk of damage there. Taiga trying to stop it with the dispose, but it won't happen. Makoto turns now. Looking at Seb. Zephyr over to the side. The rebound not going to connect. KP comes out of it. Bushwhack finds the Marcy. Meanwhile, to dissimulate, Makoto gets away. BZM rotates in, tries to punch as they do take over the Centaur. Seb slowly walking out of there. But 2 heroes killed off on the side of OG. And Talon finding a couple of nice movements there.
And these raindrops from Seb, they give him the confidence, move back in here. You know he gets Bushwhack. The heal as well. Misses the Bushwhack.
And Seb, they move in. They come back to life as Taiga right on top of Zephyr now. Trying to hide away. Do they have a way to break it? The stomp is there.
Oh, he's too fast.
And the rundown. KP also falls. So it was looking good for a second. Salve, Zephyr trying to hide, dodges, but eventually it's BZM with the triple. Such a weird fight.
Yeah. And Seb, just no hesitation at all, instantly into that zombie. He's too fast for you to try and TP out in front of him. I mean, try to do it with like the vision block by hopping into the trees and everything, but Seb was on top of that. And overall, a fight that eventually gets cleaned up from OG. When you think about it, at the very beginning, Yuragi went right down, right?
True.
We saw the counterplay, right? So this Brewmaster versus the Lone Druid, you're going to be taking that Storm Panda for the Tornado toss-up. And
he body blocked himself. Oh, 23 Savage, he was probably dead anyways, but BZM and Taiga set up for the perfect kill. Oh, he was blocked by his own illusions. That hurts.
Feels like Makoto is just trying to put the team on his back, but they're slipping off. They can't quite hold on. It's like teaching my kids how to piggyback. They don't get it. Seriously, they can't understand the concept.
Oh, well, they might understand the concept, but execution has been rough, and KP, he's going to get brought down in the top lane as well. LG, all of these heroes are just so mobile. They get where they need to go so quickly.
Rebound is a hell of a spell. That's what I'll say. Look, see, they know. The tips over to Ty. All right, nice little circle of tips. That's great.
Very well done.
Teamwork showing off here once again from OG. They understand. Meanwhile, another game of Amar just hanging on the bottom lane, asking everyone how the game's going.
Right.
He just keeps hearing ching, 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 10-4. Oh, great, guys.
Yeah.
I kicked the carry out. I did my job.
Tower down.
I'll just farm.
Don't mind me.
I love how he's the carry
of
this team.
I mean, it's true. It's his world. We just live in it. And it's just worked out so well for them, too, because they play around that Night Stalker when it comes time to move out across the vision. But, I mean, 5,000 gold lead off the back of some just solid movement. Seb gets hit. The ulti KP wants to finish him, but they won't be able to.
That was clever. Going for the TV right away, not giving time for any sort of a split into a kill, and then let them siege this tower. They don't necessarily want to split right now, but I think for the kill it would have been worth.
No doppelganger.
He's just a bully.
God. Those right clicks do nothing with the Vanguard, but
I know. And he only has level 1 doppelganger too, so it's the 19-second CD, so like he can't even use it to dodge illuminates right now. It's like too risky in case someone else shows up.
super scary.
So they get some Chen value. They push this top tower, but Makoto trying to hold the mid lane. Not his best role right now. 3 seconds till sharpshooter. Maybe they can get a pick on one of these supporting cast members of OG and get a chase down after, but the tower's already gone.
And they don't feel comfortable going
And
for it.
this ward 2 from OG right in behind, watching all of this.
They smoke top. They decide that's where they want to go next. Chen and Brew are up in the north. And Mar down
Seb's
bottom.
gonna try and bait something here.
Can they do it? He does have ulti. And KP, I mean, I remember a game of his just the other day where the Brew looked really rough. Wasn't able to get things going for a long time. This game already halfway to an Aghanim Scepter as Unleash is tossed out. Push back high, down low. Taiga life-stealing off
heal.
of the Chen. It's so strong. Zephyr, can they kill him off, though? Didn't have a pendants. Taiga getting pushed around. And, well, Makoto, he does find BZM. Push back, blinding light. Couldn't get the heal out in time, and they find Taiga, too. So 2 dead. Amar pops ulti, decides he wants to run in. Zephyr, hoping to escape. Yuragi's there with the bear. As KP is no longer in the ulti form. The sleep connects. As OG keep chasing down KP one by one.
He's just so weak outside the ulti. He's able to use it to bring down BZM, but the rest of the team of OG just rotating. And again, using that speed and that chase down potential to ensure that you're not getting away with these wins just because you popped ulti. Makoto still stuck in here.
They see him. Ow, but can't chase anymore, really.
He's got the Tumbler's toy.
That's true.
He can't be caught, right?
Sure.
Oh, he's a risky guy. He's like, go ahead. Ooh, the bear Quelling Blade. Let's go.
Yeah, he's ready. He was super ready for that one. God, these fights just feel like this sort of meandering, slow-rolling, eventual death from Talon. You know, like every second that goes by, it just gets a little bit worse and a little bit worse. But I mean, they kind of have to take these fights on Talon. You can't just lose the entire half side of the map.
Yeah, and maybe that can change with help like the Hand of God or something, but they haven't found a situation where they've seen a turnaround potential from it. Solar Bind going to be running out here. The stop still connects. That's a pretty cool combo, actually. That's going to be a lot of amp, by the way, if someone gets caught by that.
I think that's like the 3rd or 4th Quelling Blade bear play we've seen. He used it earlier on one of the ones that was like in the middle of the whole grove of trees. Waits for it to connect and then just has the bear ready to go.
Yeah.
6-13. Amar inhabiting the bottom side of the map. And Talon trying to get what they can, waiting for an item timing. I mean, a lot of the big ones, the Aghanims, they're still very far away. PL needs to get into even a Diffusal Blade for 23 Savage.
Yeah, I think that already they've failed a couple of objectives for Talon that could have given them hope in this draft. Like, yes, I think the OG lineup is stronger, but there were options that could have helped. Oh, look at this board, by the way. They're about to smoke on that ward down there. They sort of spotted all moving in here.
Yeah.
They're kind of going to know. But this general idea of, like, maybe we can get some kills early with the Hoodwink. Like, try and play off that early laning stage as well as mid-game for the Hoodwink. Like, and they've kind of missed out, right? Makoto's ever now they're jumping and going together, but it almost feels like too little too late. Well, and it's quite literally too late right now if they're trying to catch Amar because he is gone.
Yeah, that ward did scout it, and as soon as he ran over there, they just backed away. Heads towards the triangle, gonna help with the Ancients. See how many of these creeps he steals from BZM. Oh, he's trying to be a good buddy there. Oh, wait, just take them all. Just take them all now. He's giving them over to the Coddle. surely.
Oh, he's got to get him that Orchid.
Yeah.
Right? They want a nice early tool here versus Makoto. Makoto rushing in towards this Aghanims, trying to give them some power in these team fights, trying to really hit a massive timing. The defensive options actually coming from Zephyr, who's rushing that Force Staff versus the Night Stalker to try and assist. Pretty good versus all the other heroes as well. You might be able to save someone from an ET Stomp, potentially some of the Coddle follow-up as well as the Bear. But right now, a Fear, Chain Stun, no chance. KP, I don't even think he wants to ult there because his allies can't get nearby because there's no tier 1 tower. But he is certainly dead.
Yeah, they're waiting for a good fight to sort of present itself, and it just has not happened. 23 Savage.
I mean, OG are just going to like wildly run into them.
Oh, they might. You never know.
They're pretty known for that, you know, maybe.
They do have this ward down, though, so they saw everybody behind that PL. Now a smoke.
It's calculated chaos from OG, you know? It's not just totally mindless. Oh, smoke on smoke, and again, that ward. This is the best ward you're ever going to see.
Diffusal Blade already done. Chases. The Orchid's ready from BZM.
What?
Do they find him? They get him. Right away. He's slept. He's silenced. He's in trouble. Makoto gets the Dissimulate out, though. After
Yo,
the Orchid was there.
Taiga.
Yeah, they were ready.
That was nasty.
They were so ready.
Like, the rebound in, and then he like slipped under the Void Spirit, so he missed the Aether Remnant and got the dispose.
It's too good.
And the fight was over. It just broke at that moment.
I don't know. They are just playing really good Dota right now.
And again, it's part of it is because of the anticipation that they have. They have the knowledge, right? That ward.
True.
It's gonna have lived out its full life, a full, long, enjoyable life. It's got a pension, a retirement fund. Everything is waiting for this Observer ward from Taiga. That's just like a little bit down. Yeah, right there. That's the one we're talking about. It might not be blue, like Snake King's wards, but it gets the job done.
And you can see they dropped that sentry down. They were anticipating that they would have had some vision, but it's just outside of range. And it's easy when you can see everything. And that's partially what you get with the Night Stalker.
Dota is a lot easier with that, it's true.
You know, you're doing those Overwatch cases. You saw some people who might have seen everything over there
I
as
gotta
well.
say, there was some suspicious folks out there, ladies and gentlemen.
We got him, though.
Yeah.
Sniped.
Don't worry. Got it covered.
Proven Dota community, one at a time. Do your Overwatch cases. All right, 8,000
Okay,
gold.
this guy doesn't do his Overwatch cases, so you have
Don't tell them.
Practice what you
tell
preach,
them.
all right?
Listen, don't tell them that. It ruins the whole thing. Into the pit they go. Diffusal going towards the Manta. He talked about the Aghanim Scepter for the Void Spirit, still a ways away. He's actually going back for the Eels instead.
Anyway, they up here? I'm going to go scouting, guys.
Don't worry. Checking it out. Oh, Makoto.
That was dangerous.
The Orchid, he doesn't have an answer for that. No
Look at
Yules
that
yet.
sleep on the high
The
ground.
Fear in trouble and dead. Marcy, are they going to bring down Taiga? Hexed, chasing, trying to get away. Taiga somehow living through all of this. Why is this hero a thing? The rebound is ready, but eventually she will fall. KP is in deep, though, and the sleep there onto two. Doppelganger, he's on the wrong spot.
Nice hurricane.
A good chance, a hope, a dream, but Chen is dead. And KP out of ulti form. BZM chasing Orchid in 10. They don't need to go for it.
They're just like the disablers over here on OG. Like, you're just getting slept, but 4 heroes up on the high ground. By the time you finally get a fight, he jumped in from Makoto. On the initial jump from the Astral Step, he jumped into the Night Stalker silence, and then he got Orchided. Meanwhile, 4 of his allies are asleep on the high ground, just having a snooze because of Seb, so they can't get off Hand of God saves. KB, it takes so long for him to get the split off before he eventually lifts up the Bear, but at that point, the fight is just so tough. And as you can see here, Amar scouting, he just runs up. He says, oh, hey. So defensively silences, runs down. Makoto hops right into it, instantly orchided by BZM. He can't play the fight. Meanwhile, on the high ground, they're just slept. They can't help.
There's
team,
no fun.
Where's my team?
God. I mean, and this is, you look at this type of a fight and you just think to yourself, why is Elder Titan not always picked? Why don't we always see this hero? And they just make it look that good. Maybe it's going to start coming around again.
I keep thinking that with every hero that OG picks and every hero that LGD picks, and I'm starting to think maybe it's not the heroes.
You know, there's a chance.
It might be the players. Is that possible?
I think you're onto something here. We'll investigate further.
We'll keep doing some research in the bracket, because I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of OG and a lot of LGD, and, well, Dota plus that win probability thinks the same thing.
94%. And the game in a really solid position now. We talked about the way that this could go. They won't have the PL online in time, and Void Spirit forced to go back into these like defensive item build, almost done with the Yule Scepter. it kind of leaves a lot lacking for the damage, for the follow-up. Is that Hag's almost done for the brew? He does have that done on KP. So that's something. They need it.
Yeah, the multiple ultis and hoping to find a Phantom Lancer at some point who doesn't get just slept up at the start of the fight, you know?
Oh, Zephyr. He doesn't know about that ward. Let's just drop down there. You get the bushwhack. 23 Savage. TP's back home. Doppelganger. Jumps from Makoto. Fear. Chase. Look for the rebound. Can they get him? The sleep is there too. Dispose into the full combo. Comes from Seb. They try and bring down Marcy, but Taiga just backs away. KP right on top of him. And the rest of the team cleans up.
Oh, the heal?
Entire combo. Rebound out. KP can't bring him down. Yuragi getting mana drained, in some trouble, but the fear is there. He does have an ulti for round 2, but he won't get it off. 3 are dead. There are no buybacks available. And just like that, OG, they're going to claim a tier 3 tower, maybe more. They jump forward, dispose the PL, kick them on in. And everybody dead for nothing.
All right, BZM doesn't play the Coddle that much, but even just these games, I have to say, the way that they play the fights with the Illuminate is some of the best call I've seen. Like, I feel like everyone's always ready with the heals. Like, I feel like they're more about the heal than they are actually about the damage from the Illuminate at this point,
true.
you know? It's just like sustaining, keeping everyone up, operational, and moving for more kills.
You got to imagine they're feeling good right now. OG well on their way to an upper bracket performance. Depending upon the results of the other games that are going on, they may have just secured it. But 16,000 gold lead, and Talon to stave off elimination. They got to search, they got to find something, but again, they catch Makoto. Yule Scepter, but the dispose, it just sets him up for a second round.
Oh, he died on the high ground.
Dies in the midst of his Astral Step. KP pops another ulti, wants to bring down Seb, but they're just not dealing with the heroes that really matter in this moment. Amar still so strong. A really good bushwhack. Marcy dead. Maybe an opportunity here. 23 Savage keeps chasing on to BZM. He dodges the Savage Roar.
I need a 2013 Phantom Lancer here. I need
tough.
this guy who does it all. We need the one who can win the game independently.
We need a hero. He's searching for a hero. Amar, he turns to fight the Vanguard, but they don't have the answer for the magic damage. Doppelganger runaway. KP silenced. Chase, heal there, and another round, but they cut the tree that was snagging Amar. He's not going to fall. And as we talked about before, these fights, as they wear on longer and longer and longer, it starts to look worse, and BZM just runs away from 23 Savage. He won't be stopped. Those boots of travel keep him so fast. The heal, keeping him alive. Everybody after BZM. The lift up KP, but that means they can't hit him. Runs, dodges, but eventually they find their man. The Coddle dies, but Seb, can he clean up afterwards? 23 Savage tries to escape. He's broken. He's trying to get out of there. Everybody after 23 Savage, and the dispose to end it.
On the bright side, he took them all the way across the river.
That's true.
So, you know, everyone's back up. Some respectful tips back and forth there.
BZM's dead. You know, it could have gone worse, but it needed to go a lot better.
Signs of what could be to come, perhaps.
Oh,
You know, maybe can he make an even more glorious fight next time?
there's a chance.
I have to say that it didn't look like they were struggling too much with it, if I'm being honest with you.
No.
Sometimes I think that OG are just like messing with everyone with their itemization, like this another solar
pretending?
crest.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just pretending. Seb's buying it again. He's like, no, guys, like seriously, solar crest, really good item. But again, it makes sense, right? That this Phantom Lancer, right? That's like their one hope, their one idea of getting into it. So if you can just put that shine on one of your allies, it's gonna help them out. That's right. I got the active right. I didn't even look first, but I did check, and it is called shine.
The shine.
The shine, the inhibit.
You're
you know,
such a shiner.
all the best actives. Thank you.
No problem. What's the active of Philosopher's Stone?
Doesn't have one.
Okay. Hiragi thought that was funny. All right. 16K.
Do we have any Philosopher's Stones? So we got the gold coming out here.
Lone Druid's got one.
Oh yeah, we've got one on Hoodwink too. Oh, Lone Druid players, they love that. They always grab it.
Oh, definitely.
We're gonna have the boomerang, the Hunter's boomerang, coming out here from our Hoodwink eventually. Well, okay, it's probably not gonna come out this game, but
There's a chance. Dare to dream.
well, for OG, they are dreaming of a nice, safe path to victory. So. Currently farming a few more items. The Mjolnir on the bear is a ridiculous amount of magic damage, by the way, especially versus this poor Phantom Lancer and all those illusions. So They're going to smoke in here. They're feeling their strength, leading with the bear. And then Taiga, of course, we've seen this combo quite a bit, I would say, the Marcy and the Lone Druid, right? And it feels so good for Marcy because ever since losing the ability to rebound off of enemy units, you can just use the bear.
True.
Right? You just send the bear with the Marcy, hops off, gets a little grab.
And he just eats up all the Chen creeps, too. Killing off the Observer wards. OG dominating the map. There is some movement up north. BZM spots some of the Acorn shots, and Zephyr does get a quick little run away, scurrying out of there.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's still a very difficult lineup, I think, to catch all these waves. Right? Like, you see the TVs right away. He better get out of here on KP.
Yeah. Blinding Light. Mar, does he pop ulti? They're thinking about it, but double TP's out.
Yeah.
But now OG do have a wave, so they can make another move if they want. But likely we're going to be waiting for this next Roche. 40 seconds until it's capable of respawning.
Yeah, I'm just going to play it safe here. And there's now that Basher finished up for the Lone Druid, so things weren't tough enough already. There you go.
And 23 Savage just hasn't been able to get the farm that he needs. With Diffusal and Vanguard, he's still struggling to get into that Manta.
And he needs it. There's no doubt about that. I mean, he's been caught by the Orchid a couple times too, right? So
true. God, look at the damage on the bear. Just goes in with the sidekick.
They also still only have the single Force Staff on Zephyr, so Amar is still extremely powerful in this game.
Boots of Bearing is there. And even before Roche respawns, it's a relatively short one. OG testing high ground, not too concerned about the potential for a throw. Stomp. Iragi beats away at that tower. KP
That's
not
what Bear does best.
Makoto, they just catch him instantly. They were so ready for that. He lands in the silence, the sleep. Force Staff trying to keep him alive, but he still slept. The Illuminate Blast connects, and OG, they got what they came for. They get the Rex.
KP?
That's the last one left alive. Have to be careful about that one. And the fear, oh, it connects onto both of them.
Good bushwhack.
As he managed to escape, brought down to low HP and already dead. 23 Savage is gone. KP also dead. Will buy back, but they're going to have to make do without the PL. As OG, they're coming to claim the last of the buildings. Was not managed to get his ulti off yet. The sleep, the silence, the chase, and KP, he's going to die. There's nothing left in the tank. Makoto also just running back to the fountain, but GG is called. OG with the clean 2-0 here in the last day of groups.
Yeah, Talon trying some stuff here with the Phantom Lancer and attempting to get things going in this game, but right off the bat, just OG coming on top in the lanes, unable to make any sort of room for 23 Savage to really farm up this game. And so
right.
If the Phantom Lancer doesn't get these items, he doesn't really become a hero.
It makes it really tough. And this was something they always knew. It was you know, a roll of the dice, if you will. Trying to figure out if it could work. But that does also mean that we have a whole round of eliminations that are going to be coming out now. Talon, I believe that does mean that they're eliminated.